আচ্ছা, আগের দিন আমরা কি পড়েছিলাম? সারফেস ডেনসিটি অফ চার্জ, তাই তো? তার আগের দিন পড়েছিলাম ওইটা, আগের দিন পড়েছিলাম কুলম্বস ল, ভেক্টর ফর্ম লাস্ট পড়েছিলাম, তাই তো? এবার আগের দিন আমরা পড়েছিলাম দুটি চার্জের জন্য তাদের মধ্যে যে ক্রিয়াশীল ফোর্স অফ অ্যাট্রাকশন বা ফোর্স অফ রিপালশন সেই ভ্যালুটা বের করেছিলাম। এফ ইজ ইকুয়াল টু 1/4πε0 Q1 Q2 বাই আর স্কোয়ার। এবার এটা তো আমরা শুধুমাত্র দুটি চার্জের ক্ষেত্রে কল্পনা করেছিলাম। এবার যদি অসংখ্য চার্জ থাকে কোনো একটা মিডিয়ামে, তাহলে সেই অসংখ্য চার্জের মধ্যে তাদের মধ্যে মিউচুয়াল অ্যাট্রাকশন বা রিপালশন হবে, তাহলে সেই ক্ষেত্রে কেমন হবে সেটা আবার আমরা দেখব। তাহলে এবার আমরা দেখব কুলম্বস ল ফর many charge system. For this, consider that there are charge Q1, similarly Q2. This is separated at a distance r1. There are charge Q3. This is separated at distance R3. Consider that. Similarly, this is your Q4. Consider this is your Q0, and this is your Q1. This is Q2. This is R1. Now this will Q3, and this is R3. Similarly, there are too many charges in this medium. Okay, now if you consider about the force for charge Q1 on charge Q0, then you can simply write F 0 on this will equal to 1/4πε0 Q0 Q1 by R1 square. Yes or no? Now if you consider about the force on Q0 due to charge Q2, then similarly you can write, this will R2. Similarly you can write F02, this will 1/4πε0 Q0 Q2 by R2 square. Consider this is your equation number 1, this is your equation number 2. Similarly, if there are nth number of charge, consider this is your Qn, which is separated at a distance Rn. So for this nth number of charge, you can write F0n. This will be equal to 1/4πε0 Q0 Qn by Rn square. Suppose this is your equation number n. Now if you want to find out the total force of attraction or repulsion on the charge Q0, then you will simply add the forces and you will obtain the total or resultant forces. Yes or no? So the total force on Q0, total force on Q0 due to different charge on the medium. This will obviously F is equal to F01 plus F02 plus dot plus F 0 n. Okay. This is only for the Q0 charge. Now similarly on the charge Q1 also there are so many forces of attraction or repulsion due to Q0, due to Q3, due to Q1, due to Q1 dot dot infinity. So in general you can write F is equal to summation I naught is equal to J n f I j. Do you understand this? You have to note down the point I naught is equal to j. This is very important. Why I naught is equal to j? If you put I is equal to j, that is, if you put I is equal to j is equal to 1, then what will be the expression? F11, F11. That means the force of attraction or repulsion due to charge Q1 on Q1. Is there any real existence of this expression? No, because no charge attract itself. Yes or no? যেহেতু নিজেরা নিজেদের মধ্যে অ্যাট্রাকশন করে না, তাহলে F11 হবে না, তার জন্য I naught is equal to j, এটা কতদূর পর্যন্ত যাবে? n পর্যন্ত যাবে। তাহলে যে পুরো সিস্টেমটা পেলাম, এই পুরো সিস্টেমের মধ্যে টোটাল ফোর্স অফ অ্যাট্রাকশন বা রিপালশন এটা এই এক্সপ্রেশনের সাহায্যে এক্সপ্রেস করতে পারবো আমরা? পারবো না? সো দিস এক্সপ্রেশন ইজ নোন অ্যাজ প্রিন্সিপাল অফ সুপারপজিশন. দিস এক্সপ্রেশন ইজ নোন অ্যাজ প্রিন্সিপাল অফ সুপারপজিশন. প্রিন্সিপাল অফ সুপারপজিশন. So this is very much important expression. Okay. Now if you want to write this expression in terms of the original form of Coulomb's law, then you can easily put in the place of F01 1 by 4 by epsilon 0 Q0 Q1 by R1 square. Similar in the place of F02 Q0 Q2 by R2 whole square. Yes or no? So write this in the form of Coulomb's expression. So you can easily write F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q0 Q1 by R1 square plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q0 Q2 by R2 square plus dot 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 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q0 Qn by Rn square, and the expression containing summation you can write F is equal to summation I naught is equal to j to n 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q I Qj, and this R1 or R2 you can write in terms of R I j or I j I. So you can simply write I j square. So in this case it will j into I. Remember previous day's lecture. We have write F12 this is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R21 square. Yes or no? We have read this expression in our previous day's class. So similarly, in the place of R1, plainly we consider the distance between Q0 and Q1 as R1, but you can write this as R10. This is R1. Okay. So I replace this whole term as RJI. Okay, Tarin, বুঝতে পেরেছো? তাহলে this is the form of principle of superposition. Is there any question from this portion? হয়ে গেছে? নোট ডাউন করা, লিখে নাও তাড়াতাড়ি। হয়েছে? মিশিয়ে দেবো? মুন্না হয়নি? So in the case we see the force of attraction or repulsion for discrete distribution of charge. That means the charge q1, q2 are separated by a certain distance. You can separate these charge individually. Yes or no? But if you consider about a straight wire or a conductor, then there are so many charges on the conductor. Can you individually identify the electron separately on the conductor? No. So the case which we have learned before few minutes is ideal case, but in practical there is no existence of discrete distribution of charge. So now we will see the practical case. Okay, so we will now learn the force of attraction or repulsion due to continuous distribution of charge. Okay, that means Coulomb's law due to continuous distribution of charge. So there are different type of geometrical symmetry of any conductor. For example, if you consider about a straight conducting wire, then what is the shape of straight conducting wire? Cylindrical. Okay, or you can easily say that a straight line. Yes or no? The wire can be treated as a line. Okay, similarly, if you consider that there are different example of, consider first of all as plane lamina, a rectangular plane lamina, then the charge will be distributed over the surface of the plane lamina. Munna, do you understand? If you consider such plane, this is plane, now if the charge is distributed on the surface of the plane, then you can get different types of distribution. Similarly, if you consider a three-dimensional space, for example, if you consider a hollow conducting sphere, then the charge will also distributed over the surface of the sphere and you will obtain three-dimensional distribution of charge. So basically these three types of charge distribution you can obtain for continuous distribution of charge. So first of all we will learn line charge distribution. So what is line charge distribution? If charge is distributed along line, then the distribution of charge will be called line charge distribution. For example, if you consider there is a conductor of this shape, then the charge will be distributed like this over the whole conductor. So in this case we will use a form to express all the mathematical relation in electrostatics. and the form is known as line charge density. So this is line charge density. So what is line charge density? The charge per unit length is known as line charge distribution. So this line charge distribution is simply denoted by Greek alphabet lambda, and this lambda equal to Q by L. Okay, so this is charge per unit length. Now consider one thing. If you take into consideration a small portion of the conductor, suppose this is your dl, and if the charge is in this portion is dq, then you can also write lambda will be equal to dq dl, sorry, it will L, dq dl. Okay, so from this equation you can write dq will be equal to lambda dl. Yes or no? So this dq is equal to lambda dl. Okay, Sumaya? Now if you want to find out the total charge on the conductor, then you can simply use the integration, and with the help of integration you can write total charge on the line conductor, this will equal to Q, that means 0 to Q dq, this will equal to 0 to L lambda dl. Why 0 to L? Because consider the total length from this point to this point is L. If the total length of the conductor is L, then you can simply write 0 to Q dq. This will be equal to 0 to L lambda dl. Okay, so in the next line you can write this is lambda integration 0 to L dl. Okay, so this is your Q. বোঝা গেছে? চলো তাহলে এটা তো পেয়ে গেলাম আমরা লাইন চার্জ ডেনসিটির এক্সপ্রেশন। এবার আমরা যদি কুলম্বস লকে এই লাইন চার্জ ডেনসিটির এক্সপ্রেশনের সাহায্যে এক্সপ্রেস করতে চাই, তাহলে কি করব? ধরে নিলাম যে ধরো এইখানে কোনো একটা চার্জ এখান থেকে কিউ একটা বা কিউ জিরো কোনো একটা চার্জ সেপারেটেড আছে একটা ডিস্টেন্সে, এটা আর ডিস্টেন্স। তাহলে এই ক্ষেত্রে কুলম্বস লটা কেমন হবে? তাহলে একটা চার্জ থাকলে কন্ডাক্টর তো অ্যাট্রাকশন করবে, তাই না? তাহলে এবার আমরা দেখব কুলম্বস লয়ের ফর্মটা কেমন হবে। তাহলে মিশিয়ে দিচ্ছি এটা। So you have expression of Coulomb's law F is equal to K Q Q0 by, suppose the distance is R square. Now as we derived in our previous calculation, Q is equal to 0 to L lambda dl integration, yes or no? So you can plainly write F is equal to K Q0 by R square lambda dl. If you omit the limit, then you can write simply this equation. So this is the expression of Coulomb's law for line charge density. Okay? Is there any confusion? Good.